Okay, number 6 on my turtle don't list is don't have inadequate basking. Now, turtles do need to dry off completely for a few hours a day to stop things like shell rot and soft shell and algae growth and all those other kinds of nastinesses that a turtle can catch. So they do need a really nice basking area where they can hop on up, dry off completely and enjoy the warmth. They don't actually regulate their own body temperatures internally. They do actually need the cold of the water and the heat of the heat lamp to regulate their temperature. I do recommend a very good quality heat lamp to set over your basking area, and your basking area should be between 85 and 92 degrees. So not only is it for their own health, it's for their quality of life also. Also, what's important is a good quality UVB lamp. Now, turtles need the UVB, like I said earlier, for their D3 absorption and for their quality of life and for their shell health. So I do recommend a really good quality UVB lamp, and make sure that nothing is obstructing the UVB rays, because anything, whether it be mesh or a covering, can actually reflect the rays away and they won't actually get all of the UVB rays they need. So to place that light along with the heat lamp above their basking area should be adequate, and you can actually buy 2-in-1 light bulbs as well if you only want the bother of having just one lamp over their lighting area. This brings me to my number 7 on the don't list, picking off their scutes. Now, this is a strange thing to talk about, but turtles do seem to shed their scutes, and some people, when they see them peeling off, do tend to pick them off. And you should not do that. Never, ever, ever remove a turtle scoot. It should shed by itself. The thing is with doing that is when the scoot is shedding, you've got shell underneath growing. It's almost like a snake skin when it sheds its skin and it's got the new fresh skin underneath and it's shedding the outer layer. That's the same thing with a turtle shell. And if you peel that scoot off prematurely, you can expose a soft new shell. So I really wouldn't recommend doing that. The turtle will shed that scoot on its own. It will fall off in its own good time. Obviously, keep you checking your turtle shell for any kind of infection or shell rot. And if you do see any of those signs of shell rot, or any kinds of, if you do think that there's an infection under that scoot, or there's a problem, or it's been hanging off for way too long, what you'll feel comfortable with, then just take him to the vet and have a vet check him out. This brings me to point number 8 on my don't list, bad filtration. Now, water quality is essential for your healthy turtle. Now, you need a very, very good filter. I would suggest buying a canister filter that is larger, is recommended for a larger tank, because turtles are messy, dirty little critters. They will poop and pee to their heart's content, because if they are a healthy turtle, they will graze on their vegetables all day, which means they'll probably poop all day too. So a good canister filter to keep those nasties out is highly recommended. You can use tap water for a red-eared slider turtle because they are hardy, but you do need to dechlorinate that water. Make sure there's no chlorination in that water, because that will wreak havoc with their eyes. It is good to use aquatic plants in the help of keeping the ammonia levels down, because ammonia can be a large problem within a turtle's tank. And the plants will break down the ammonia into nitrates, which are healthier nitrates, and it can also help the growth of healthy bacteria in the water as well. So when you do rinse out your tank, it is good to be aware of the healthy bacteria that could be lying in that tank, helping keeping that water clean. But I do advise weekly water changes, maybe just take half of the water out, just to keep that ammonia level down also, and to keep that water and that turtle healthy. Okay, number 9 on my turtle don't list is Turtle Safety 101. Now, the thing is with a turtle, they are lively, lively little critters, and they will try their best to climb out of that tank. They are curious, they are strong, they will, any means necessary, they will try and get out of that tank. So if you have any wires overhanging into the tank, or things that you think it could climb up, I would suggest securing those, maybe with one of these little tank lids to go over the top so they can't get out, and just making sure they can't clamber up any wires, and also pull light fixtures into the tank, because if they did that, obviously they're going to get electrocuted and that's going to be awful. So just make sure that any wires or climbable areas are well secure, so they can't just hop out and hurt their little selves trying to get out. Another thing to keep your turtles safe is to make sure they're not left alone with any dogs or cats, because they can actually become prey to those animals. If you're like me and do enjoy seeing your dogs look over the tank and find interest in your turtle, I do let my dog come in and have a look, but it's always supervised. I make sure that the room is secure whenever I leave the house, and make sure that that pet has absolutely no access to the turtle when I'm not around. Just to be safe, you never know what could happen. Never underestimate a nosy pet. Even if he's just playing with it, he could hurt the turtle, he could bite the turtle, you don't know what could happen. So I really do suggest not leaving your turtle unattended with any pets. And last but not least on my turtle don't list, number 10, is actually for your safety. It is Salmonella. Now, a lot of turtles, especially captive bred turtles, can carry Salmonella. And the turtle is perfectly fine, they carry it with no issues, but they do excrete Salmonella in their poop. So whenever you handle or a child handles your turtle, do make sure they wash their hands thoroughly, because they can catch Salmonella from a turtle. You can get your turtle tested at the vet for Salmonella, but they can contract it at any time. So even testing your turtle negative for Salmonella isn't a foolhardy and safe way of not catching it. I would always suggest keeping up with personal hygiene, making sure the areas of the tank are well sanitised and clean, and making sure that you do wash your hands whenever handling your turtle or anything to do with the turtle. Okay, that is the end of my turtle don't list. I hope I've covered everything. If there's anything that I've missed or anything that you'd like to inform others on, please leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you have any questions, I will do my best to get back to you. I hope this has helped in any way in caring for a red-eared slider turtle. They are wonderful pets. They do require a lot of care, but it is incredibly rewarding, and they're just wonderful animals. I love this little guy. Yeah, do I love you? Okay, well, thanks for watching my video, and I hope this has helped. I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.